Hello and welcome to another set review. This is the Spiderjet vs. Venom Mech, set number 76150, 371 pieces. And it wasn't a set I initially was going to buy with this new wave, but it interested me mostly for a couple different reasons actually. And I'll get into that in the review, not the figures. I'm not a big Spider-Man fan. I've watched some of the movies, they're pretty good, but, I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan. I'm sure people will know exactly everything that all the figures and everything are from, but I don't. So it's a different kind of view, I guess. So this is our Venom figure, and I like his head. He has lots of teeth and his tongue there. As far as I can tell, it's a very fitting figure. The print isn't anything too spectacular. He definitely works out because he's got some good abs there. And I did watch Into the Spider-Verse, so this is kind of like the Spider-Man Noir, if they pronounce that like it. But this is pretty cool. I like the theme of this. Let's see if we can't see his head better here. So he's got kind of a cool little mask with like some silvery goggles. Everything's kind of like shaded and it's black and dark. Kind of fits with the character. Kind of a neat print on the front. You can kind of imagine it like almost a black western type outfit. And obviously it comes with a suave hat. And then you have the Spider-Man figure. He also works out. He's got some nice abs too. Pretty nice figure. Definitely Spider-Man. Looks like a Spider-Man figure. I don't think there's anything too fantastic or special about it. But let's get to the set parts stuff. So let's kind of just go over this little doohickey thing. And it looks like someone's stealing stuff, as villains always do. It looks like possibly part of an ATM. And inside they give you $1 and some gold bars. Not sure what ATM has gold bars, but we'll go with it. And here's a chain. And as you can see, it can fit in the Venom Mech's hands pretty good. Let's take a look at that next. So here we have a Venom Mech thing. I guess, one thing is characters in these things don't have vehicles ever. Maybe sometimes in cartoons, but for the most part, they never have vehicles. And that would make for really boring Lego sets. I mean, hey, guess what? This is your Lego set. Venom vs. Spider-Man. No, there's nothing exciting about that, to be honest, and there's no cool parts. So they give you different things, and I don't mind that at all. This is actually pretty cool. It's a Venom Mech with extra arms, effectively, which is fitting because he's kind of got a whole bunch of stuff going on. I like how they kind of add the way to keep it in there to the mech. You got a nice piece there, which is actually a printed piece. Just kind of a Venom spider thing going on. But you also have these, which are supposed to be controls, and you can see how the figure sits in there. These actually do fit in the hands pretty nicely. And then you have like the Nexo Knight armor part in black, which is one of the reasons why I wanted this set, because that'll be a nice piece to add to the other mech parts. And then these come down kind of like as shoulder type, seatbelt type thing, safety first for Venom when he's stealing. Otherwise, there's a lot of black on here, obviously, because it is Venom. But it has a lot of good posability. As you can see, he can literally put his legs up to his head, and he can probably walk around like that. I mean, you could move him. I'm an adult, but sometimes I will just get mechs that are really posable and pose them in really weird ways. I took the water strider that they had and made it in a really crazy form. So if Venom ever wanted to do some dancing, he definitely has the ability to do some dancing. But each arm is pretty neat. Here's his hand. Simple hand. I kind of wish there was just one more finger just to make it a little better or something. This is okay. It's awkward. It looks okay, but like for actually holding stuff, it's kind of messy. But it works. And then you have just these parts on each shoulder, which work really well. Black spiky parts on there. Just overall, there's a lot of gray in it, and I really wish they would do these parts in different colors, but they're only in gray. Black would be fantastic. Could you imagine how this would look if all these ball joint parts were in black? That'd be awesome. That's pretty much my only complaint, is there's so much gray on it. It's nice to get a bunch of those ball joints, but it just kind of clashes really badly with the color of it. I mean, Lego, make those in a different color, in black. That would be perfect, you know? The other reason that I was interested in this was actually the build of this, which is pretty unique and pretty sleek for a Spiderjet. Again, kind of a weird thing that doesn't exist, but like, I like how it's built. I really do. It looks really smooth. I mean, there's not a whole lot of studs, as you can see, on top at all, or on the sides, or anywhere really. So it's a really nice build, in my opinion. I mean, just look at how that forms up. It almost looks like a spider if you think about it, with kind of having different stuff poking out just a little bit. You got sticker on there. There's quite a lot of stickers on there. You also get some nice control panelage there. But yeah, you got sticker there, sticker there. I love how they have all this stuff. I also like the ability to just move stuff around. You can make it look weirder if you want. You got a nice big jet engine there. You got two small ones here. You got two of these wings there. I'm not a fan of blue-red, but it's definitely Spider-Man and definitely kind of looks nice. It all fits together really, really well. I really like how this is built. Then you have the weapon functions. Oh, apparently we need to refuel. The two different kinds of weapons in these nice formed things, and they even have a really good way to shoot. They have one of these boxes in there, and you push that forward and it shoots. So like, this is the disc launcher, and you can see how those shoot out. Those are pretty nice. The other things, which are flick fire missiles, not quite as nice. They just kind of plop out. Maybe if you push it harder, it might go better, but not so much. Also, they have doors on the side, which I'm not exactly sure the point of that is. I guess if you want to be cool and be like, oh, I can see how the mechanism works. But otherwise, I mean, I really like how this looks. And it's got like, you know, a little like light and like sensor setup on the front and stuff. And it's not like perfect symmetrical. It just looks really nice. I really like how this looks. This is a $30 set. And I would have to say, even though I don't like the figures, the build and the amount of parts you get is worth it. It's a really nice, you know, there's a good amount of different kind of parts in there. Maybe the colors aren't to your liking, and I'm playing with it so much it's falling apart, and that's my fault. But I mean, it's definitely swooshable if you care about that. I was adult. I don't. Well, I won't lie. I do. But it's a pretty, I really like this set, actually. For $30, you get a good amount of parts. The build is really cool on this. I mean, the Venom Mech is a standard mech build, so it's not necessarily the most special. I mean, it has some different techniques for like the feet and the hands and stuff a little bit. And the middle part using that piece is pretty cool. But I really want these socket pieces in a different color. I think black would be the first color I'd want to see it in. You know, much like the hinge pieces, because I mean, this is supposed to be an all black. Venom's all black goo, and there's just so much gray, I mean, I don't mind it. It's not the worst, but it would look so much better if it was all blacked in there. And again, like his posability, he could give a really nice hug if he wanted to give someone a hug. But it's really cool. I really like this, and for $30, it's a really good deal. So if you have any interest in parts or just Lego sets, I would go out and pick this one up. If you like Venom or Spider-Man, another good set to pick up. But yeah, that's all I have to say for this video. Definitely a cool set. I would pick it up if you can. Definitely worth a buy. And if you've watched this far into the video, I am happy that you did so. Please leave a like if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more. We'll see you later in the next video.